All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. A little late to the live today, and I'll talk about why in just a few minutes. But we have a bunch of orders going out the door today. I got 3 Posh, 2 Depop, and the rest are all eBay. Let me see how many eBay orders. I have 10 total eBay orders going out the door. I've pulled all the Posh and Depop, but with eBay, I got to pull them during the live because I have been busy this morning. Appreciate everybody who came out to the show yesterday. Your orders have all shipped. Those are sitting over there waiting for the mailman. Now we got to ship out the rest of the orders, but I did have a little meeting this morning, and I'll talk about that in a second. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can see the title of the live, and it probably gives a hint to who I talked to this morning, but we'll talk a little bit later about what's coming up. Pretty cool little opportunity for sellers that I think I've negotiated, so I think you guys are going to like this little announcement. It's just a little announcement, nothing crazy, but I think you guys are going to like it. So hang out, see what's sold. If you sold anything cool, make sure you drop it down in the chat below. What's up, Tej? Hopefully mom's doing well, Tej. Shout out to mom. Hopefully she's doing well. But yeah, we're going to ship out some orders. Pretty good day at sales yesterday. Pretty steady sales just continue to come in. And we got some bangers that sold over on eBay that I'm going to discuss here later on in the live. So appreciate everybody hopping in. Make sure you're tapping the screen over on TikTok, doing all the things you're supposed to be doing over there. And let me open Shippo really quick because I haven't even got anything set up this morning. It has been a little bit of a crazy morning. Log in. Okay, and then I got to log in on Nifty too. That way I can read what items sold for. Let me slide you guys over too. Bink, bink. Yeah, a little late start to the live this morning, but we'll get it all rocking and rolling. Appreciate everybody liking the live over on TikTok. All right, let's start. While everybody's hopping on in, we'll start with some. Where are we gonna start first? I guess Depop orders. First Depop order is a men's Polo Ralph Lauren quarter zip sweater, just a basic quarter zip solid black sweater. This one sold over on Depop for 25 bucks. Remember, Depop has minimal fees, so I only paid $1.66 in fees. So I pocketed $23.34. I picked this up for 8 bucks. So nice little $15 profit on more of like a bread and butter item that you can find. Poshmark is killing it with their new shipping costs. What do you mean by killing it? Do you mean by like good, or do you mean like bad killing it? Yeah, a little Depop announcement. We're going to talk about it here in a minute. I'm going to ship out a couple orders, and then once I get a good crowd in here, we'll start talking about the Depop announcement. Read the Rehab Care place, start physical therapy and occupational therapy. Okay, cool. Well, is that good? Is that bad? It sounds like she's doing a little bit better. A little rehab. So hopefully everything turns out good, Teach. Always keeping Mama Tej in our prayers, hoping that she makes a full recovery. All right, next up, we got a Peter Millar Summer Comfort. Basic Peter Millar Summer Comfort. I literally just listed this. It's actually sold on Depop. I was surprised. This is like a more of a modern piece selling on Depop. Sold for $21.30. I took a best offer on this one. Kind of a weird offer for the buyer to send $21.30, but they must have noticed their fees and whatever. It probably equaled out to like right around 30 bucks. So I pocketed $19.87. Again, I picked this up for right around $8, so a nice little $10 profit. That's what I look for with these basic bread and butter pieces. Good Sensei Flush Prior did not. Yeah, I think it is better. A lot of people were freaking out. I think a lot of sellers are, the only reason they're upset with it right now is shipping is a little bit slower. But to be honest, those sellers probably don't sell on other platforms, because when it comes to like eBay sales, I ship everything with Ground Advantage and I don't have any issues. But that's the only gripe I've heard with the new Posh changes is the shipping is a little bit slower because it's Ground Advantage. So Thank you. No problem, Tej. No problem, Tej. All right, let's ship out. Speaking of Posh sales, we got a couple going out the door. This one just sold this morning and also listed very, very recently. These are a pair of men's Ariat jeans, or Ariat jeans, however you pronounce it. These sold for 30 bucks. So be on the lookout for these. I do pay up a little bit for these usually when I find them because they're fast sellers. They don't sell for what they used to. They used to sell for like 35, sometimes upwards of 45 bucks, but they're still quick sellers. So I'll still pick them up, pay up a little bit for them, and get them to sell. How can I unwrinkle Tommy Bahama 100% silk? You can try to iron it. That's probably your best bet, is to iron it, but just make sure you iron it on a very, very low heat. You don't want to iron silk at a high heat. If you want to unwrinkle it, that's probably your best bet. All right, we got 48 people in here. We're going to do a little Depop announcement here in a minute. Let me just finish shipping out Posh sales, and then we'll talk about the Depop, the thing I talked to Depop this morning about. All right. Next up, Pollen Shark. This Pollen Shark I took a way low offer on, and the reason is because it didn't have a size. There was no size anywhere on this piece. So I just listed it to sell it really fast. It was kind of a mistake buy. I think I bought this in a bulk buy locally, but it sold for 17 bucks. I think I paid like 4 or 5 bucks for it locally in a bulk buy, so I still made money on it, but I wouldn't buy this again. It actually sold really quick too. I just listed this like 2 or 3 days ago, but again, I priced it super low to sell super fast. Nice show last night. Looking forward to tomorrow night. Yes, tomorrow night's going to be fun over on the Whatnots. Tomorrow's going to be all Polo Ralph Lauren. We're actually going to start digging through the boxes. I already got a restriction. We're going to start digging through the boxes today and start setting up that show. We should have it all set up by the end of the day today. Already got a restriction on TikTok. That was no time at all. Real quick. Last Poshmark sale is a Zaya Active. This is, I believe, no, it's a women's Zaya Active size 2XL hoodie. I don't pick up a lot of Zaya Active anymore, especially the leggings. They kind of fell off a little bit, but I will pick up hoodies. This one sold for 20 bucks over on Posh, little bread and butter sale. I think we grabbed this at the thrift for 4 bucks. So nice little sale. Appreciate the heart me. Depop keeps charging me boosting fees as well. Make sure in your settings you don't have boosting on. If you have boosting on, then your boosting will be charged. So just keep that in mind. If you did sign up through my link and you signed up, I think it's a week free of boosting. So after a week, they will start charging you. So if you don't like the boosting feature, you don't see any results from it, turn it off. But yeah, it's not lifetime boosts. It's only for a week if you signed up through that link. I'm gonna have another opportunity for sellers too from Depop. So now that we shipped our last Posh order, I can kind of talk about this. So this morning, I'm a little late today because Depop reached out to me. We've been talking back and forth in emails, and I wanted to set up a day where I can have some Depop reps come and talk directly to the community. And this way we can not only see what's coming up for Depop, because they've been kind of telling me like little insights about what they're starting to work on, but also they're able to hear directly from you guys and see exactly what you guys want. And I had a little conversation with them today, like a pre-conversation about what they should expect. And I think number one gripe with most sellers with Depop is they don't have binding offers. So I made that very, very apparent this morning. I talked to them, 2 lovely ladies I talked to, really, really nice. And they were very open to hearing from what you guys are looking for and also what I'm looking for as a seller. And a lot of what I'm looking for is exactly what you guys are looking for. So I talked to them about binding offers. I talked to them about more photos on their listings. I talked to them about more characters being allowed in the descriptions. So those are some of the things we covered, but I let them know like it would be really cool if they would come on a live setting with me and I could like almost like do like a Q&A session. Like you guys are asking questions, I have questions set up, and almost like an interview with Depop where you guys can be included in the interview. So they were super open to it. We're going to set up a day very soon that they'll hop on. I don't know how many Depop reps we're going to have. I talked to 2 this morning, probably 2 plus me, and then they can kind of bounce ideas off of each other. But this way you guys can like literally tell them exactly what you're looking for when it comes to Depop. Because I think Depop, it has potential. If you go scroll through TikTok right now, you're going to see people like Depop video after Depop video. So they have that crowd, but I think there's some things they're missing. So I'm going to set that up. They also have a new feature coming out. I can't really talk too much about it. I'm going to let them talk about it in that live setting, but it's going to be something really cool for sellers that have never tried Depop before. So that's coming very soon, and we'll talk more about that on the live. I'll let them talk about it because I want to see how they kind of word it. So I'm able to, because it's like behind the scenes kind of information, and I don't want to say something that I'm not supposed to say. So I'm hoping that we have that live next week. If not, it'll probably be the week after Thanksgiving, and I'll set up the day and I'll make a post about it. And then those of you who sell on Depop or are looking to sell on Depop but don't know how Depop operates or want some questions answered about it, you'll be able to come into the live setting and ask questions directly with Depop. So I think that's going to be pretty cool for opportunity for you guys to just basically go through me directly to Depop. I know a lot of people have customer support questions and they ask them and they don't get them answered. This way you get them answered directly with a Depop rep. So what does Depop icon look like? It just looks like a big D. A big D. How can you share your closet in Depop? So you can't share your closet on Depop. What I use is Nifty. Nifty delist and relist my inventory. So like Poshmark, like eBay, like Mercari, a delist relist will push you to the top of search. That's basically how it works. There's no sharing or anything like that. We need to get Nifty to cross list to Whatnot. We do need Nifty to cross list to Whatnot. I've been talking to Nifty. I actually messaged them like 2 weeks ago. They haven't got back to me, but Nifty needs Whatnot like ASAP. I highly agree with that. So Depop has potential if they fix a few things, 100%. And that's what I talked to them today about. I went in depth about binding offers. So I'm sure that's going to be the number one thing in the chat is binding offers, binding offers, binding offers. And I told them that. And they kind of gave me some background information on why they don't. Do I agree with it 100%? No, I let them know that highly apparent that I don't agree with that. I think that the binding offers needs to be a thing, but I want them to see it from you guys too, like see how many people want binding offers, because I think that's what they need. They need to see a whole base of sellers like asking for the same exact thing to get that to get pushed through. So I'm hoping it happens because if all my offers on Depop got accepted and binding offers, Depop would probably be my third best platform. I'd probably outsell Poshmark, to be honest. In terms of eBay activity and being consistent, doesn't matter if I do scheduled listings versus draft and push out every day. I think just being consistent helps bring buyers to your store. You don't have to list every single day if you don't want to, but I think being consistent definitely helps. Shows eBay that you're active, and it also brings those new buyers to your listings. If somebody sees you just list a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt and they're like, hey, do they have any more of these? And they go into your store, they'll find more items just like that and you'll get more sales. So I definitely think it helps. But I don't think there's a difference between having drafts and just listing right away. The only difference is you have more active listings if you list it right away, right? Just got my Depop account back. Yes, that's something we can talk about too. I know some people have some issues with having their Depop account suspended and things like that, and you might be able to like chat it up and let them know like, hey, I listed a golf club and you guys flagged it as a weapon, and why did I get my account taken away? Like that's something I can discuss with them. Is like, why are you? I get it. Like hard goods aren't supposed to be on Depop, but you shouldn't flag somebody's listing as a weapon because it's a golf club. It could be used as a weapon, but it's not technically a weapon. Can you get ground? No, I haven't ordered the Ground Advantage supplies yet. I'm not really pushing to order them. I just been using the poly mailers that I always use, the gyro packs. So thanks for the great show last night. Appreciate everybody who came in. If you bought something, your orders have already shipped. They're sitting right behind me, ready to go. So I had a little meeting with Depop today. We shipped in the morning, had the meeting, and we just finished. And now we're on live shipping the rest of the orders. So hope they fix the offer system. That's number one. Number one is offer system for sure. So if someone bought a pair of shoes on Poshmark, what do you do next? I'm new to it. You pack them up. Poshmark will send you a label either through your email or you can go through your Poshmark account and get your label from the order, and you stick it into a box or a bag and you ship it out. That's how easy it is to ship on Posh. You don't need to weigh, you don't need to measure. You just throw it in a box or a bag. Anything can be. I know. Yeah, that's facts. Anything can be a weapon. May I ask you what you mean by binding offers? Yes, binding offers. So if somebody makes an offer on Depop currently, what happens is they don't have to pay. They make a $45 offer on your listing, and Depop lets them know that the offer is accepted, and then they have to go through additional steps to pay. And what happens on Depop is, and I discussed this with them too. It's a younger crowd, so the younger crowd likes to window shop. They like to go through and make offers on things, and then after their offer gets accepted, they like sit back and is like, I don't really want to pay. I'll just go offer on something else. So you're accepting offers all day and people aren't paying. Whereas on Poshmark and eBay, and even on Whatnot, when somebody buys something on Whatnot, the offer, they're charged automatically. So their card is charged. So you don't have to worry about people backing out on you after you've done multiple offers and negotiated and got to a final price and then them not pay. So binding offers means as soon as that offer is accepted from the seller, they are charged on their card. And I talked to them too about something that you guys will probably talk to them about is as a buyer, I went to go add something to my cart yesterday. It was a $75 item, and after all Depop fees, because Depop fees are charged to the buyer, not the seller, and after all shipping costs and taxes and everything, I was going to get charged $94 for a $75 item. But when I made my initial offer, it just told me I was making a $75 offer. So that's something I think they need to change too, is let the buyers know exactly what they're going to pay before, like while they're making the offer. So if I put in $75, it adds all the fees on and I can see that I'm making a $95 offer. So I can adjust that offer to where I'm comfortable before I actually make the offer. That's something that they said they're going to look into highly because they didn't realize that was an issue, but that is something. So I think consistently helps. and that you're listing more, but it's really a simple game. List a good item and they'll sell 100%. The algorithm isn't important. I think that's facts. 100%. I agree highly with Nick. Highly. And electronics on Depop, yeah, you can't list electronics. I guess you can list kids' clothes now. I asked them about that, and they said, yeah, there is a kids' clothes section. What's up, Trisha? I miss the live thrifts. Will you be doing any more? Possibly. The only issue is the one store that I can do live thrifts on in my area that I actually get good connection. It's Red, White, and Blue in Hillsboro, and their prices are like becoming outrageous, as opposed to all the other Red, White, and Blues that are good priced. So I can try, but it just ends up being me like seeing a lot of really good items, but stuff I can't buy, and it becomes boring for the crowd, I think. So I don't know. We'll do like one a month until that store actually like becomes a normal store again, and then I can go weekly again. But right now it's just me like looking at items that are just overpriced, and I don't think it's fun for you guys. They gave me a QR code, but I didn't get an email though. The label QR code is on the app. Go through your settings and change it. You should have it set to where you can get the email sent to you with your actual label. You probably have it set right now to get a QR code. That's probably why you're not getting it. That's what I would say. So if they like an item, put it in their cart. Is the item still available for somebody actually? Yes. So the item is still available after the offer is accepted until they pay. So that's the good thing about Depop is items stay available. But the bad thing is you're accepting, like I told them over the last month, I've accepted probably 50 offers and I've probably had like 5 to 10 sales out of those 50 offers. Where I've had less offers on Poshmark, but I've sold more on Poshmark because everyone that I've accepted has gone through. So I think if they change it, it'll definitely help. But I figured doing this live together with Depop, we'll be able to introduce Depop to you guys because I know a lot of you don't sell on Depop currently, and you'll be able to ask your questions directly with some Depop reps and get your Q&A answered, all that stuff. And I'll have some setup questions too. So like it'll basically be like me interviewing Depop for you guys. Basically, is what it'll be. Yeah, there is a new manager at the store. I know that for a fact. Helpful hint: that little 3-stitch on your shirt is give to find a Lululemon on the rack. Yes, this is a Lululemon shirt. So if you see those 3 stitches on the rack, gives you information to know that this is a Lululemon shirt. When is the Depop live? I don't know yet. We just talked today, a little one-on-one. I'll make a post on my social media as soon as they give me an exact date. It's either going to be next week or it's going to be the week after Thanksgiving, because obviously the week after that is Thanksgiving week. So next week and then Thanksgiving week. And they're probably going to have a lot of people off for Thanksgiving week. So they said that they most likely won't be able to do it that week, but the week after. I'm going to try to set it up for next week though. And then it's probably going to be like a midday live, like around like 12 o'clock. And I'll just Q&A them and you guys can ask questions, all that stuff. So I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun for you guys to, be able to talk directly with a platform, like a big platform like Depop. Okay, I used Shippo this morning and I made a mess of things, but I like their AI chat. They help me delete a duplicate order. There you go. Yeah, don't make a duplicate order. Don't make a duplicate order. Shippo's really easy. Once you get the hang of it, you're basically just going on, pulling your orders and shipping your items out. Super easy to do. All right, let's get to pulling eBay orders. I haven't pulled these yet, so I am going to pull them from Shippo. So the cool thing about Shippo is what Danny's talking about right there is I can pull my orders from Shippo. I don't have to go through eBay to pull my orders. All my SKU information is right here for me to view. So for example, I'm going to pull this Orvis shirt right here. It's in 6283. So I'm going to go down here, 6283. And the Orvis shirt is right here. Men's Orvis shirt. I think this is an active fit Orvis, just a basic Orvis piece, nothing too crazy. But these are good to pick up. The active fit are one of the only Orvis pieces I pick up in just regular shirts. And this one sold for $24.99 plus $7 shipping. It's a full price sale for an Orvis shirt. $25 for an Orvis shirt is, in my opinion, very, very good nowadays for Orvis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this in a poly bag and I'm going to ship this out on Shippo. And then as soon as I ship this out, if you're new here, basically what happens is when I ship this out, I get the discounted rates from Shippo, and then the label information is sent from Shippo directly to eBay, so I don't have to copy and paste addresses or anything like that. It just automatically is sent. This one is a 9-ounce bag, and it's going to cost me, it's going to cost me $5.83 to purchase this label. I purchase it, I slap it on the item, and I ship it out. That's how it works. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. I got my first policy violation for a pair of Nike shoes. No description. No description what it mean. You'd have to, if it's a eBay one, they should have sent you an email with your actual violation and why you got a violation for it. Most likely it was inauthentic. That's what I'm gonna say. It's probably inauthentic pair. So somebody probably reported it as inauthentic, and that's why you got that violation. That's most likely what happened. I'm going to formally request that Depop not allow surf stop fines on their platform. I'm going to do that too. I think he's a bad for the platform, 100%. Why am I throwing these on the ground when I have a bucket right there? That makes no sense. What am I doing? What am I doing? Anything new? I have up on first before I get the hang of it. Truth, yeah, that's okay. You learn from your mistakes, right? It's part of it. You learn from your mistakes. All right, next one is, again, I'm going to pull these straight from Shippo. So got two Lululemon pieces back to back. 6197 should be right here. 6197. Women's Lululemon meant to move tights. These sold over on eBay for $31.50. Did I do free shipping on these? I must have messed up. No, buyer. Oh, this is an international order. That's why. Got you. $31.50 is what these sold for plus shipping. This is an international sale, so that's why you see that $22.37, which means this buyer paid $7 plus $15.37 to have this shipped overseas. This is going through the eBay International Shipping Program, so all I have to ship it to is the eBay hub for international shipping. They take care of the rest for me. So if you're not signed up for the eBay International Shipping, I think it's a big plus to your account because you don't have to ship directly to the customer overseas. eBay does all that for you. Easy peasy. So if you're not signed up, it's an easy sign up. If you just look up eBay International Shipping on Google, you click on the first link, it'll take you right to where you sign up for it. And it's just like one click of a button and all your listings now can be shipped internationally. What's up, Amy? Amy's in the chat. Amy, we shipped out your order and we didn't forget your little eggplant. We didn't forget your eggplant today. It's in your order. Coming your way. Your little stress ball eggplant. So whenever you get mad, you just squeeze that eggplant. Let them know who's boss. Right in front of your husband too, you can do that and let him know, like, you mess with me, this is what you're gonna get. What do we got next? Can't wait to squeeze it. Another pair of Lululemon right here. This is 7080. I'm going to take this off the screen because I kind of want to show. I've been making a couple posts on social media over the last couple days about my inventory system because I've been getting some feedback on like how other people do their inventory systems and like discrepancies. People think one system is faster than another. I've been hearing a lot like people reusing numbers. So like they'll sell an item and it's number one and then they put that item back into like the next item they list, they put back into number one into the inventory system. And I think that does save on supply costs, obviously, because you're taking your item out, but you're also adding time when you're taking that item out and repackaging it and shipping it out. If you do put it back in a clear bag, you're also wasting time when you take that item and you list it. And then you have to go through and put items in different boxes. Whereas my stuff, whenever I list it, I have a box right here next to my desk. As soon as the item gets listed, it gets put right back in the back of the inventory. I don't have to walk around and find where I have open slots or look for my open bags. And people who use the bin method, I actually graduated from the bin method. So the reason the bin method is slower is because every single time you have to pull an order, you have to physically pull down your bin, open it up, look through it, rummage through it, grab your item and go. So I'm gonna show you guys how fast I pull this order. It's 7080. You can see that here on my screen. Let me show you my Shippo screen. If you're watching on TikTok, you can't see my screen. But 7080, you can see that's my inventory number. So to pull this order, super simple. I'm going to look at my racks over here. I'm going to look for where 7080 is. So I'm going to kind of explain this. You're going to hear me on the mic. But this first number right here is 7035. This first number is 7075, and this first number is 7100. So obviously 7080 is going to be behind 7075 because it's 7100 is too big, 7075 is too small. So it's going to be in between those two numbers. So to pull this item, even though it's on the top rack, I literally just grab it down like this, look for 7080 and pull it out. I'm not having to lift an entire bin from the top of the rack, lay it on the ground, shuffle through it, then take that bin up and throw it back on the top rack like I used to. I used to do that back in the day. Now, as you saw, I just literally grabbed that, pulled that down, left the weight on one hand, and could grab the item out. It's way more efficient, faster to grab your inventory that way as opposed to the bin method. The way the bin method really works is if you're limited on space. If you just stack the bins up, you're limited on space. You have to do it that way. I get it. Until you graduate to having more room, use the bin method. But once you're able to build a method like this, it's so much easier to pull your inventory. Also, the benefit to having me not reusing numbers is I know where my oldest listed inventory is. It's right in that box right there. That first box is my oldest piece, has my oldest piece in it, and it goes down like this. All of those are old pieces, and it's eventually going to go up to my last piece that's in this box, and that is my piece that has just been listed. That's a fairly new box. So if you're mixing your inventory together and you're putting one piece, you're reusing numbers, you never know where your oldest listed inventory is unless you have like an additional spreadsheet that you keep. But again, that's an extra time that you're putting all that numbers in and trying to figure out where your oldest piece is. Whereas if you just built a system like this, you could always find your piece. It doesn't matter whatever system you use as long as you have some sort of inventory system. But I do think this method, after all the methods I've researched, is the best method to keeping your inventory. It just is. There's a lot less work to it. The only time you have to work is when you have to condense. That's the downfall, is condensing. But again, we condense once every 2 to 4 weeks, and it takes us 15 to 30 minutes. If one person's doing it, it takes about 30 minutes to condense the inventory. So like if you do it once a month, 30 minutes, that's not really that much time invested into keeping your inventory in line. So did Kayla grab a ladder to get the top row? No, she can reach the top row. She just has to like look above it. She has to pull it all the way down. But no, she doesn't need a ladder to look over it. So am I late for the Depop announcement? No. So Depop announcement is in the next couple weeks. I'm going to do a live with Depop, with actual Depop reps, and where you guys are going to be able to ask Q&As, questions directly to Depop, and I'll be able to moderate it. So basically, it's like I'm going to be interviewing Depop, and they really want to hear from you guys to see exactly what you guys want with Depop. Obviously, we know probably what number one thing is going to be with binding offers, but other than that, they want to hear what you guys, your discrepancies, what you love about Depop, what you hate about Depop. And I think it's going to be a cool way for you guys to be able to talk directly with them. So that's the upcoming announcement. Set up my Jaden's printer to my Posh, print it out very small. It's because I do have it set to 4x6. Any ideas how to fix? I was just about to say you don't have it set to 4x6. I have my Posh set to 4x6, and it automatically printed out on my first order. So maybe it's something within your Jaden's printer settings, but mine, I just hooked up and it was good to go. Jaden's does have a chat that you can reach out to if you have any issues. So maybe reach out to customer support, see if they can help you. But if your labels are set to 4x6, they should print 4x6. About when they are random items, not close, what would be the best way to organize? So I have a clothing system, obviously. If you can do the bin system, that's great. But if you have like a bunch of like, let's say kitchen appliances and stuff like that, like mixers and stuff, what I would do is I would have shelves, and I would label the shelves, and I would label them half. So I'd split the shelves directly in half, like with a piece of tape going right down the middle. And I'd have shelf 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3C, so on and so forth. And then all my stuff I can fit in an inventory system like this. I would have a separate inventory system for that stuff. That's how I would do it. There's probably other ways to do it too. If I needed a system like that, I would research the best system for it. But for me, that's how I would do it. So for sure, the easiest way to store items. Yes, it is. Got to notice that one of my items I shipped was almost 1 pound over what I put in. I weigh it before I list it and weigh it again once the item is packed. How you would have to reach out to the shipping service and just let them know that you'd have to request like a discrepancy in what they weighed, and just let them know what you shipped. For example, if it's an 11-ounce shirt, you can tell them like, this is the shirt I shipped in this package. It's clearly 11 ounces. It doesn't weigh 2 pounds. And usually what they'll do is, they'll be back and forth, but eventually they'll give you your money back if they charged you for it. But that's the best way to do that. It says I violated Europe shipping guidelines. I can only sell in the USA. I'm not sure. You'd have to reach out to eBay customer support to see why that happened. Can you show us your very oldest piece, please? Sure. My very oldest piece is right here. It is a pair of Athleta size 26 leggings. Super old piece. We used to write everything on the back of exactly what it was. Now we don't do that anymore. But 1772, that's my oldest piece of inventory. Super easy to find. Just walk over here and you grab it right out of the front. Grab it right out of the front. Do you use a spreadsheet? I do use a spreadsheet, only for whatnot orders. Everything else gets automatically input to Nifty, so I don't have to keep track of any of that stuff. Nifty automatically keeps track of all my sales, all my fees, all that. As soon as a sale comes through, it goes through Nifty. But when it comes to whatnot, the only way I can keep track of that is through a separate spreadsheet. But I don't keep any like inventory on spreadsheets or anything like that. I just told you use bins because of mice and bugs. So if you have mice and bugs problems in your house, you probably should get that taken care of. But I put everything in plastic bags. So even if you had mice and bugs can't get into sealed plastic bags. Once these things are sealed, there ain't no way a bug is getting into this inventory. Like, it ain't getting in there. I actually just ripped it. That's how strong it is. So yeah, that's why we use plastic bags. It also keeps like mildew and stuff from being built up, because all those bags are sealed nice and tight. So if you're worried about that, and I used to store all my inventory out in a hot garage. This garage is more insulated than my last one, but in the middle of summer, it'd get 100 degrees in my garage. In the middle of winter, it'd get 40 degrees out in the garage. So there's a big discrepancy in those numbers, and I never have issues with anything getting like mildewy or anything like that. I've had stuff listed for a year plus and never had an issue with it. You got to get your son condensing that inventory. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to be put to work. He's going to be mowing the lawn too. You better believe that. Have you ever tried eBay Promoted offsite? I've tried it once. I didn't see any results from it. I would highly not suggest doing it for the stuff that we sell. If you sell a lot of like replenishables, things that you buy and you constantly are getting new ones in, like if you're selling computer mouses, right? Some Apple computer mouses, you have a connection where you get a bunch of them in, you're able to move them really quick on eBay. You can promote those offsite because you have one singular item that's going to be pushed out to Google search for you or pushed elsewhere, and you have multiples in there so people can continue to come back and buy. But for stuff that we sell, I wouldn't suggest doing promoted offsite. It just doesn't make sense. Same as pay-per-click. Pay-per-click doesn't make any sense either. I sell a lot of hard goods and stuff like waffle makers really jump off shelves. They're a lot easier to spot than a shirt. Yes, that's why I don't sell a lot of that stuff. That stuff is highly profitable, but yeah, those are definitely from a long time ago. Those have been sitting for a while. KOA challenge, half off Athleta, see how fast or not it goes. I should liquidate all my stuff. Usually we liquidate it on Whatnot though. I'll just pull that and run it for like a $1 or $5 start on Whatnot just to get it gone, because it's clearly inventory that's not selling. So out of all, we just did a condense, by the way. If you guys saw like last week, this shelf was completely full. We condensed it. We got up to the second one on the shelf. We actually just added the third one the other day from listings. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the stuff in this section is selling a lot faster than the stuff in the first sections, because the first section, one, wasn't created by Nifty, and two, it's just older listings that I probably need to revisit and just discount. So we've been noticing a lot of the stuff that we've been listing recently has been selling, even though it's the same stuff that's in these bins, like Untuck It shirts and things like that are selling way faster in these bins than they are in these bins. They're the same exact shirts, same exact sizes. And the only thing we can think about is, we created those listings with Nifty, and Nifty put in a bunch of keywords that are helping those items sell. So yeah, we're going to liquidate the front inventory here probably the next couple weeks. We'll probably do some clear out Whatnot shows and just blow it out for dollar starts. And really focus on like high sell-through rate of like the middle area. That's what we really want to do. All right, let's pull another order because the mailman's going to be here pretty soon. Next one is a Ralph Lauren shirt. It's in 5221. 5221. This is actually on the first shelf. Look at that. 5221. Men's Ralph Lauren shirt. It's just a green plaid basic Ralph Lauren piece. Nothing crazy about this one. And it took a best offer on this of $20.70. It's a Nifty sale. Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted. I don't think I missed any questions. Is this a place you go to for the Nintendo Switch support? No, you go to you don't go here. You go to what is this? What is it? Damn it, it's Andrew. What's Andrew's? Not you, Andrew, but the other one. What's his name? Tokyo Thrifts. You have to contact Tokyo Thrifts for all of your all of your Nintendo Switch support needs because he has one, and we make fun of him all the time because he needs to get a real man's system, get a Xbox or a PS5, but he keeps rocking the Nintendo Switch. I don't know why. He needs to graduate. Hope all is well. What's up, Soul Loco? Welcome in. We're finally getting some rain. Let's go. We need some rain over here. We need some rain. It's been a while since we've got some rain here in Florida. Well, I've been using a sprinkler like the last couple weeks for the grass outside. Where do you get those bags to store it all in? Amazon? Yeah. So Heather, if you go, I'm gonna actually put the link in the chat. Hold on. I'll give you a direct link. A direct link. Direct link. Let me go through my Instagram is probably the easiest way for me to do this. They're on my link tree, but I'm going to give you the direct link to our storefront. Copy link. All right, go to this link right here. It'll take you to the products we use on a daily basis section. The clear bags are linked there. We use the 10 by 13 bags to store all of our stuff in. So if you go to that link, it's going to show you the bags, the printers, all the stuff. It's all Amazon links. It doesn't cost you any more to click on them, but it does give us a little bit of a commission when you do. So yeah, click on that and find all the products we use on a daily basis. I had someone post negatively on my Facebook page, and first thing I thought of was your short video that went viral, and I braced the negative remarks. Yeah, get used to it on Facebook. Facebook is a lovely place. I've met so many great people on Facebook, but Facebook is filled with some of the most miserable people in the world. they just go from post to post and just literally just all there are is negative. Like they just blurt out the most negative thing. Like I said, I've said this 100 times. I could make a video about giving kids ice cream, right? For free. Just give a whole school ice cream for free. I can pay for it. And then people will come on Facebook and comment things like, how do you know those kids weren't lactose intolerant? You probably just hurt their stomachs. Like they'll literally find anything to complain about. It's like, I just gave a bunch of kids free ice cream and you're here complaining about it. Like, what are you doing? 6865. 6865. Down here. There's a Brooks Brothers men's 100% linen shirt. These are Brooks Brothers shirts that we'll grab because they are 100% linen. This one sold for $22.50. That's another nifty sale. I had this listed for $24.99. This person liked this item on eBay or were heavily browsing it, and then Nifty sent out 10% out offers, so it closed them at $22.50. And now we're shipping it out. This is going out for 10 ounces. On Shippo, I am being charged. Where's my 10 ounce one? There it is right there. Wait, where is it at? There it is right there. On Shippo, I am being charged $5.86 for this package. $5.86. No problem, Heather. Appreciate the question. Ice cream is so unhealthy. Can you have children something healthier? Yeah. And then if I give them carrots, they'll be like, those kids don't want carrots. What are you doing giving them carrots? They want ice cream. It's like, you can never win. No matter what you do, you can never win. So you just have to embrace that negativity and be like, okay, at least those negative people are spending their days doing something like that, and it's just helping you push your video. Every comment you get, whether it's positive or negative, will help you push your video. That's why you see people intentionally making mistakes on their videos, especially the TikTok shop people. I see them all the time. Like, they'll be holding up an item that's blue, and they'll say, I love this green item. And the reason they say it's green and not blue, even though they know it's that color, is because they know that people are going to comment and be like, hey, that you said the wrong color. It's like, yeah, I know. And you fell for it. You got it. You fell for it right there. All right, next item, 7077. This is a good one. This is something that you guys might not pick up, but it's sold for good money. And this is a Brooks Brothers new with tag solid white shirt. Just solid white, new with tag, Brooks Brothers shirt. This one sold for 45 buckaroos. So be on the lookout for these, especially if you can find them new with tag. The tags are always usually hanging at the bottom, so they're a little hard to spot at the thrift store. But grab these, especially bigger sizes. A men's 17 is like a men's size extra large. Good size to look out for. And list these higher because people will pay up for a new with tag solid white shirt. Use Shippo for eBay? I do. Shippo links directly with eBay. And you get the best discounted rates. In most cases, items that are over £1, you will save money on shipping through Shippo as opposed to eBay. Shippo, you can ship 30 items for free every single month. You won't need a subscription, but if you do end up shipping more than 30 items a month, then you pay for the $20 subscription, or you can just use a free for 30 and then start shipping on eBay again if that's how you want to do it. And then if you sign up through the link in my bio, after you spend $25, you'll get $25 for free on your next purchases with Shippo. So basically, you should use it and just get your free money with Shippo. That's how I see it. And then it links directly with eBay. So as soon as I ship out an item, the label information gets sent directly to eBay. So I don't have to copy and paste anything. It's just automatically sent, which is great. It saves me a little bit of time. It was manufactured in a facility that contained nuts. Yeah, so I just probably poisoned a kid. Probably poisoned him with that free ice cream. How dare I? Yeah, it's just it's all true. Services handling services handing out ice cream to children at a school, and the police told him to stay at least 200 yards away. Well, that's for another reason. And he should not be at a school. He should definitely not be handing out ice cream. 7296. Look at this. Like, this item was just listed. It's crazy. I have Untuck It shirts listed in my old boxes that haven't sold yet, and ones that I'm just listing are selling within like 2 or 3 days. It's wild. Untuck It men's extra large shirt listed by Nifty, sold for $22.99 plus ship. Full price sale. That's why I list my Untuck It shirts for. I try to get them for right around $4 to $5 and ship them out or sell them for $22.99. Little bread and butter sale. Thanks for sharing all your knowledge. I'm new to selling. I've sold $1,000 in the last 5 weeks. Let's go. How can I buy a gift card on your Whatnot show for you to give away? So Lisa, if you want to do that, you don't have to do that, by the way, Lisa. I appreciate you. I give all this information out for free, so that way you can learn and sell $1,000 worth of stuff. That's really good. 5 weeks selling $1,000 just starting is really, really good, by the way. I don't even think I was doing that back in the day. But if you want to buy a gift card to give away on the Whatnot show, we do. If you don't know how this works, by the way, we put up sponsored giveaways on our Whatnot show. They're $5, and you give away a $10 gift card. I feel like that's something that nobody else does. Usually they charge you over what the gift card costs, and we charge under because we're already going to give away the gift card anyway, and it just kind of helps us give more stuff away during the show. So if you want to, tomorrow night will be a great night to do that, Lisa, because we're going to have a big Polo Ralph Lauren show, new without tag Polo Ralph Lauren. So come to tomorrow's show. Right when we start it, we'll have probably 20, I might even do like 30 gift cards tomorrow. And if you want to buy one, $5, and then you can give away a $10 gift card, and I'll give you like a little shout out too as soon as we give it away. So that'll be tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Whatnot. It should be a really fun show. I'm gonna start digging through that stuff tonight. Watch your YouTube videos and don't skip the ads because I know it gives you more money. I appreciate that. You don't have to do that too. I skip ads all the time. So if you want to, I think we still get a little commission if you watch like 5 seconds of the ad, but definitely if you watch the whole thing, it does help. Appreciate all the info. I started using Nifty, and it definitely has helped with sales. 100%. I'm trying to tell you guys, Nifty is the way to go. Do you tape the Whatnot show? I've been trying to cast them. Usually how it works is you link your accounts, your Facebook and your YouTube account, and it's supposed to cast to Whatnot, or cast to those accounts, your Whatnot show. But last 2 times I've done it, it basically just casts like a blank page to Whatnot. I had to delete the show from last night. So I'm trying to get them to cast. It's just an issue with Whatnot right now. I just think they something messed up in the background, and they just haven't fixed it yet. So hopefully Saturday's show gets casted. I can't guarantee it. If it doesn't, then no, I don't record it. That's the only way I record it is when it casts. Does gift card come out of your pocket? Yes. I'm not sponsored by Whatnot in any way. So they did reach out on TikTok, wanted me to make a video for them. So maybe soon. But yes, it comes out of my pocket. So when I give away a $10 gift card, like we gave away 3 last night, that not only the cost of the gift card, but also the cost of shipping the gift card too. So it costs like $2 to ship a gift card as well. So a $10 gift card ends up being $12. So I feel like doing the $5 thing helps us with giving away more gift cards, because it's not $10 times 30, so that's $300. Instead, now I only have to give away $150 worth of gift cards. You guys buy the other 150, and then you get a shout out, and you're able to give away a $10 gift card for a $5 cost. So, and also I feel like the shout out thing is cool, but I think it doesn't super benefit the person giving it away. Like, you're not going to get a million people to follow you. It's not going to be like I think $5 worth is definitely better than a $10 worth of shout out, right? So that's why we do it that way too. I feel like it's just better for both parties. Appreciate you. I do. It's a payback. Oh, appreciate you, Maggie, for watching the things. I appreciate that. Thank you for the Amazon gift card. Yeah, Angel won an Amazon gift card. If you just watch the shows and come in for the gift cards, I'm cool with that too. It adds to the show. That's one thing the gift cards does is obviously we don't make money on them, but if 100 people are watching our show just to enter for gift cards the whole time, then when we're on the For You page of Whatnot, 100 people, we'll have like 150 people because 100 people are watching the show and 50 people are bidding. So we get pushed up in search, which adds more people to the show. So you write them off for taxes. Yes, I can write off all giveaways for taxes too. That's a benefit to them. Obviously, you have to pay for them still, but it is a benefit. Next sale is a really good one. It's an item I almost threw on the Whatnot show the other day, yesterday, to get this gone because it hadn't sold yet. I hadn't gotten any offers on it, but I know this would sell. I looked up comps and I was like, you know what, this is going to sell. I'm not going to put it in the Whatnot show. I'll wait for somebody to come by and buy it. And the very next day, somebody came and bought it. So this is a men's J. Peterman jacket. It's kind of a weird looking jacket. It's got the flag in the middle. It's got pockets all over it. But when I looked this up at the thrift, I think I paid $5 for this at the thrift store. I looked it up. Oh no, yeah, I did. I paid $5.34 for this at the thrift. I looked this up and there was some selling for $100, some selling for $50. So I priced mine like right in the middle and I waited for it to sell. Weird looking jacket, sold for $71.99 plus shipping. So nice little sale right there for the J. Peterman. I'm actually going to pack this up after live because I got to find a clear bag to put that in. But yeah, good sale right there. Actually, I should probably pack it up right now. I'm going to do it right now. Nice little sale for the J. Peterman men's jacket. Weird looking jacket. Obviously, I don't think any of you guys would probably wear this, but this is a niche item. And if somebody's looking for this jacket, there's not many listed right now. So they got to buy mine or somebody else's. Where are the big bags? I do have big bags somewhere around here. Are these big bags? Nope. Oh, these are bigger bags. Okay, this will work. I just ordered a bunch of the massive bags because I ran out. So if you ordered something from us yesterday and you usually are used to getting your stuff in bags, like clear bags, I apologize. I ran out. So some of you guys didn't get bagged items. I'm sorry. I ran out of bags and I didn't want to hold them till tomorrow. Just sold, how do you pronounce that? Monchichi? What is that? Blanket on eBay? Let's go. I don't even know what that is. I would never pick that up, but look at you selling it. Let's go. I buy stuff. I'm not a give. No, you are. You are. I wasn't saying that directly to you. It didn't mean that to come directly to you. How does shipping work on Whatnot? Is it confusing? No. So as soon as you sell an item, it's kind of like Poshmark shipping. You set your weights before you run the show. So like yesterday, most of our weights were right around a pound. As soon as we end the show, we take all of our items, we put it in one box, we slap the label on top, boom, done. Just, you have to weigh your items before you start the show. That's the key, is make sure you're putting in the proper weights. I didn't mean that, Angel. I wasn't calling you a givey goblin, Angel. I know you buy stuff. I ship to you all the time. Surfs is a givey goblin. That guy never buys from me anymore. And I know he's entering all the giveaways. I know he is. All right, this one we're going to get a better rate on Shippo, so let's see. This one I know for a fact we are going to get a better rate on Shippo. I actually undercharged shipping though. I only charged $7. Whoopsie. Let me take this bag down and we'll show the difference in shipping. So this item probably weighs 2 pounds if I had to guess. This item weighs, no, it almost weighs 3 pounds. 2 pounds, 7 ounces. So we're going to round that up to 3 pounds. We're going to go on eBay, and I'm going to show my screen over on Facebook and YouTube. So this is going to weigh 3 pounds. And this is going to ship out for $8.85. It's going to New York, so it's not too far away. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to Shippo. So remember, $8.85. We're going to go to Shippo, and we're going to put this in a 2 to 3 pound bag, which is right there. And this one, same exact package, same exact weights, is going to ship out for $7.92. So almost $1 savings shipping that out via Shippo as opposed to shipping that out with eBay's discounted rates. So if you want to try it, again, try it through the link. Ship out all your heavier items. Anything over a pound, typically if you can fit it in a bag and it's over a pound, you will save money on shipping. If you ship a lot of shoes, you can put shoes in a bag, ship those. You're going to save more on Shippo as opposed to using eBay's discounted rates too. So just give it a try. It's free. to try for 30, and then after you spend 25, you'll get $25. So then you get $25 on top of that. And I'm gonna throw the link in the chat really quick. Just give me a second. I'll throw the link in the chat. Only got a couple more going out. I think you and Kayla put together a great show. Lots of variety, good brands, great prices. Yes, that's what we try to do. I try not to. Obviously, a lot of the stuff we sell is like items, but I try to switch it up every now and then. Like last night, we tried the Banana Republic. I knew that stuff wasn't going to sell super duper well, but we sold a couple pieces. I still think it's really nice stuff. Banana Republic isn't known as a good resale brand, but we were selling Banana Republic like women's sweaters. Some of them were wool, some of them like felt like cashmere, and we were trying to sell those for $10 a piece. If you go to Banana Republic and try to buy those, they're way more than $10 a piece. So we might still try to sell some more. I have 2 boxes of Banana Republic over there. I might try only Banana Republic show, but I really want to open myself up to selling not brands that just resellers like, but brands that everybody likes, right? Like, I don't know. I can't name off any of the brands because I haven't tried any brands, but Banana Republic I felt like was a good start to that, because I feel like if I open myself up to those, like not high margin items, but stuff like people can just buy for $10 and wear themselves, I think that'll be good for Whatnot. So we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out. Do you see a pic I posted in your comment? Oh yeah, I saw that last night. I was confused. I was like, who is that guy? Does that guy really look like me? I feel like that guy is. I'm a lighter skin tone than him. That's what I feel. I don't think that's my doppelganger. I don't know. I looked at it. I was like, I don't know if that guy looks like me. Shippo links right to your eBay account. Yes, as soon as you sign up, you link your eBay account to Shippo. As soon as you ship your item, your tracking information gets set directly to eBay. So there's no copy and pasting. Super easy to do. It took me like 5 minutes to set up my entire account. That's with adding my addresses, adding my eBay account, adding my payment information. All that stuff was set up in like 5 minutes. So again, go through my link in my bio if you're watching over on TikTok. I think it's like the first or second link. I can't remember which one it is, but the Shippo link, just click on that. George, yeah, I can sell George. What's up, Life? Welcome in. Did you miss me? I missed you a lot. How do you set up Nifty to promote your eBay listings? Automated promotions on eBay. It's not through Nifty, it's through eBay. I'm going to show you on the screen really quick. You're going to go over to advertising. You're going to go to your dashboard or campaigns. Either one of these will work. But I'm just going to go to my dashboard. You're going to create a new campaign, and then you're going to go through the steps to create a promoted campaign. So promote your listings. You're going to click on this first one, go through all the steps to create a promoted campaign, whatever you want, do all your settings. And then at the bottom, it's going to have your promoted campaign down here. So that's how it works. Super easy. Again, the very top of the screen, advertising, dashboard, or campaigns. Either one of those buttons will work. The campaigns will take you directly to this button. If you go through advertising dashboard, then you got to click on that at the very top. Super easy. And then as soon as your item gets relisted by Nifty, it'll automatically promote at whatever rate you want it to. JD Vance. Everybody said they look like JD Vance too. Do you always round up weight? Yes. So the reason it shows on Shippo rounded up weight is because if on Shippo, I showed this yesterday, I'll show it again today, because I don't think a lot of people know this, but this is how shipping on the post office works. Like this is how shipping with the post office works. So if you're shipping, ground advantage especially, 9 to 12 ounces is going to be the same rate. Like if you ship an 11-ounce bag and a 12-ounce bag, it's going to ship for the same exact rate, no matter, unless you get a huge bag. Like if you go over a certain size, and they're going to charge you dimensional weight. But if you're shipping a regular bag, you don't have to worry about that. 13 to 15 ounces, same weights. So if you ship a 13-ounce bag and a 15-ounce bag or a 14-ounce bag, it's going to be the same weight. 5 to 8 ounces, same. 1 to 4 ounces. So I just have these set in tiers. So if I get a 3-ounce bag or a 3-ounce package, I'm going to put that in the 3-ounce package category, and that's how I'm going to ship it out. 1 to 2 pounds, same thing. If you ship a 1.5 pound item or a 2 pound item, you're going to be charged the same rate. I think actually 2 to 3 pounds is actually in the same weight category too, but I have this set up separately to make sure I have the right weights appropriate on my listing. And then I have a 4 pound weight. So if you just wanted to write this down really quick, or screenshot it, or go back and rewatch the live after it's done and make your same shipping settings within Shippo, you can use these same settings and you don't have to worry about your weights being off. I took that off the screen, by the way. So that's your weights that you use for shipping on eBay. And again, you can test this out too. If you ship something on eBay, put in 4 ounces, or put in 3 ounces, and then put in 4 ounces. You'll see that the charge doesn't change. It's the same exact charge. You're getting charged same rate. So if you round up, it doesn't matter. If you're shipping out a 6 ounce item and you round it up to 8 ounces, you're still going to get charged the same weight, right? I didn't mean to do all caps. Well, you did. Yeah, I'm offended now. Just kidding. I'm not offended. Anyways, next one, 6675. 6675. I think it's this one right here. Last one of these. I'm surprised these took so long to sell, and I had small bags when I first put these away. But this is a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren brand new with tag men's sweatpants. I actually think we have some of these for Whatnot for this weekend. So if you want some of these, come to the show. This one was a size 1XB, and it sold for 42 bucks. I guarantee on Whatnot you aren't going to pay 42 bucks for this. But 42 bucks plus $10 shipping, so this buyer was all in for 52 on these. I had these listed for $49.99, and they made a $42 offer, and I was like, heck yeah, that's a good price. So make sure you come to the Whatnot show. I know we have some sweaters. I know we have some sweatpants. Ladies, we have a ton of ladies jeans too, Polo Ralph Lauren and Lauren Ralph Lauren. So if you need some jeans and stuff, this weekend's going to be the show for it. And I'm going to try to move, I want to move like 300 items this weekend. So it's going to be a big show Saturday, all new and new without tag. So Saturday is the next Whatnot show. Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all brand new and new without tag Polo Ralph Lauren. It comes from the same spot that we got the cut tags from. So they're all new, but some of them have cut tags, some of them have mark tags. It's still brand new stuff. It's just the way Polo does it, so you can't return it to the stores, which I think is stupid. But it's still all new stuff, so you guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna eat it up. It's good stuff. I like doing new with tag polo shows for sure. New with tag polo shows are fun. All right, that one shipped, and then we got one more order going out the door, and then we're done, and then I get to play around and make that polo show. That's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. 7255. This one was just listed too. 7255. This is a Johnny O sweater. I love picking these up because they sell really fast. The quarter zip Johnny O's, good sell through rate. They just move. As soon as you list them, they'll sell. This one sold for 25 bucks. I had it listed for $27.99. This buyer made a $25 offer. I took it. So nice little sale, quick sale right there. I have Ralph Lauren plates for sale. Plates like Ralph Lauren. Oh, you mean like, I know they make houseware stuff like that. I thought you meant pallets. I thought you were trying to say pallets. I was about to say, hit your boy up if you got some pallets for sale. But if you have plates, yeah, they make housewares if you don't know. And some of the housewares can sell for really good money. I know some people who pick up like the comforters and sell those for good money. So, well, I'm sorry, but what if there was a hurricane and you needed to put your vehicle in the garage? I could do that. I could do that. You want to see? Hold on. I'll move out of the way. So I have a 2-car garage. Let me print this label out really quick and then I'll move it. It's taking a second to give me my label. There we go. Last order, by the way, was that Johnny O. All I would do is if I needed to put my car in the garage, I would move all this stuff out of the way and I would pull my car, my Tesla will fit right here. That's the size of the Tesla. All I'd have to do is just slide this stuff over, take all this stuff and stack it up on that side, and the Tesla can pull right here. So I have room to park my car in the garage if I needed to. To be honest, on most hurricanes, I don't park my car in the garage. If you've ever been through a hurricane, the best thing to do with your car is you have insurance on it, so leave it outside and you back it up to the back of your garage and you stick your car against the garage so it holds the garage door still. So that way, if you have like rattling on your garage, it'll, your car will keep it in place and you don't have to worry about because otherwise your garage door will just shake during the hurricane. So usually what people do is they just back their cars up to the garage. And then, if something falls on my car, I just call the insurance company and say, hey, my car has damage to it. And then you just get it replaced. So that way you at least have your garage door. Or you can evacuate to find, yeah, or I can evacuate. That's what we did last time. Last time there was a big hurricane, I took my car and I drove it to Trisha's house. So the car wasn't in any danger. The car was good. Why don't you list Polo product instead of selling on Whatnot? So the Polo product, I made this post about it. The Polo product is consigned. So the way we do consignment is I don't list consignment on eBay. I don't list consignment on other platforms because let's say I sold a piece of consignment on eBay. The consignor doesn't get paid out for 30 days after that item has sold because I have a 30-day return window. So the buyer can open a return for whatever reason for 30 days. So that person has to wait 30 extra days. So just imagine if I took all that time to list all that polo, all those boxes of Polo that I have in the corner. It would probably take that person well over a year to actually get all the money for all their pieces when I can just run it on Whatnot and sell it in 2 shows. Probably get it gone in 2 to 3 shows, and they have their money by 2 to 3 weeks from now. So that's why Whatnot is so good for consignment. That's why we do consignment on Whatnot only, and I don't consign on other platforms. Sure, most of the stuff that I sell on Whatnot, I could sell on other platforms for more money. But again, those consigners are waiting months to get their money instead of just getting their money. Some people send me consignment in the beginning of the week. They ship it out on Friday. I get it on Monday, and it's sold by that next Friday or Saturday. So they only have to wait 1 week to get their money. That's so much faster. So much faster. Insurance. Yep, insurance. Hello from Louisiana. Well, you know all about insurance. You know all about insurance. You know how that works. What's up, Carolyn? Welcome in. All right, that's it. Everything is shipped out. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Again, Depop announcement. If you didn't hear in the beginning, I got an hour-long conversation with Depop today, was able to talk to them directly, and I basically asked them, told them it would be cool for them to come on and do a live setting where you guys can ask Depop for what you're looking for, ask Depop questions. If you have any questions for Depop themselves, you're going to be able to do that during the live. So I'm going to set that up within the next week to 3 weeks because we have a holiday in between that. So next week to 3 weeks, we're going to have a live setting. You guys are going to be coming in and ask Depop questions or talk about your concerns or talk about what you love about Depop and how they can work on it and make it better for you guys. So that'll be happening soon. I'll make a post about that as soon as I hear when they're able to do that. But it should be within the next week to 3 weeks. I'm going to try to make it for next Friday, but if not, it'll probably be the Friday after that. And it'll probably be a midday live. So come on in, ask your questions, or you can rewatch it. But I think this will be a cool opportunity for you guys to come in and talk directly to a platform. And hopefully this opens up other platforms to be like, hey, that'd be pretty cool if we came on K-Ways Live and got to talk to the community too. So yeah, look out for that post. And then Whatnot show, no Whatnot show tonight, no show tonight because we're setting up for tomorrow's big show. So make sure you bookmark tomorrow's big show, all Ralph Lauren, all really good stuff. You guys are going to like it. So make sure you come out and giveaways all throughout the show. We'll probably do anywhere between $200 and $300 worth of giveaways on that show. So make sure you come out, bookmark the show. That's all I got for you guys today. Appreciate you guys hanging out.